one of the city's most notorious gangs.
Critical Thinkers Podcast.
So crack all my life, ever since I was 11 years old. While the other young boy was trying to, in the park, playing football or baseball, I was on the streets getting money.
They label us a gang for coming together for something positive, for a movement to help the people. I mean, I know where I stand. I know I'm not a part of no gang.
We don't have no colors. A lot of my friends, they like to represent their Haitian flag that represent their country.
I like to extend high honors to the ancestors. Those ancestors being the ancestors of the Nile Valley that were responsible for some of the greatest civilizations that the world have ever witnessed. Those civilizations were predicated on the principles of Ma'at, which we define as truth, order, and righteousness.
Well, over here, critical thinkers, the truth don't need no support. God made Haitians, or the Haiti made Zoe.
Because of what? The Willie Lynch syndrome, right? We still got people today that suffer from the Willie Lynch syndrome because guess what it is? Like we always say, we critical thinkers. It's on the mental. They took the shackles off our hands and put it in our minds. So that was the only reason why people had a misunderstanding, whether it was Americans, Jamaicans, other Haitians, because it was just not the Americans that were oppressing other Haitians. You had Jamaicans, you had Bahamians, you had Latinos, you had white folk, you had all kind of people that disrespected or didn't give Haitians the honor. And the only thing Zoe brought to the table was to wake the people up and let them know, hey, Haitians got a right to be respected as a force to be reckoned with, because now, today, they are still the only black republic in the Western Hemisphere where we're at today.
And most important,
so
that Haitians are equal to any other person.
Any other
Americans,
race.
Jamaicans,
any other race. We all
Haitians
brothers.
are equal.
We're part of the human family. And that was
it.
the only thing that Zoe was demonstrating. Don't even try to mix and mingle Zoe as, oh, there was just another street gang that were violent. Because I was hollering at my main man, Wick, right? Not because, I'm going to let you get it on in there. I know you got a lot to say. We've been away for a little bit. But I was hollering at my main man, Wick God. And Wick God always sharing information with us to keep us enlightened on what's going on, man. And I respect Wick God for what he's doing, because he's always been, you know what I'm saying, a force, and he's always been a pillar in the community, you know what I'm saying, to help all local people. And he's a demonstration where they're trying to push that anything, you know what I'm saying, as far as Haitian gangs, which they try to classify Zoe as a Haitian gang, is supposed to be a terrorist act, right? And Zoe probably being the first Haitian clique known and to be classified as a gang, we supposed to fall in that category because of all the mis and disinformation that people like Ali Ho Adams spread it about Zoe even when he was faking like he was one of the Zoe guys and went and acted a monk in the industry, even though he ain't really caused no harm, no hurt, no danger. You see how Suge labeled him. He tried to say he shot Suge. When people know who really shot Suge, Suge said it straight up. That's a lying, flaw-ass dude. All he trying to do is get numbers. He trying to get people to recognize him because he suffered from identity crisis. But I'm going to get off and let you go ahead and get what you was trying to get at, homeboy.
All I want to say about this clown nigga, he is an embarrassment to Haitians.
He sure is, bro.
This clown nigga said, you know, they just had the, what that little concert they just had in,
oh, they had Jazz in the Garden.
Jazz in the Garden. This nigga said,
groupie ass
this
nigga, bro.
Nigga said, the leader, the nigga that created Zoe this nigga said he went to Circle House and jumped the fucking gate to get over there so he could get free tickets.
Hold up.
Jump.
You ain't just said, if you had to jump fucking gates to get in somewhere, wouldn't you be classified as a bum?
He burglarized Circle House to get free tickets to go to the fucking garden.
That's
insane.
In the garden. Now, we know, and shout out to my main man, BB, because BB know who the real is. Shout out to BB, shout out to Circle House and that whole demonstration. We did a whole lot of business with them guys. That's actually where Zoe met Cash Money. BB know me personally. You know what I'm saying? I know BB personally. He know a lot of the homies personally. He know the real Pound. So if this nigga was one of the real Pound members, he would never have to have jumped the gate like a crumb snatching, boongie chin chin, broke ass bitch nigga. Jump the gate.
He say he didn't want to pay. So
but you supposed to have money on. You supposed to be a money on getting nigga. Man, get the fuck out of here, bro.
Listen, right now, Carol City's embarrassed to claim him.
They got to be.
Listen,
they got to be.
He on Cam Capone looking like a clown. The cracker looking and laughing at this nigga. In reality, the people in the comments saying, where the fuck y'all found this nigga from? They never in their life seen something so fucking ignorant in their life.
And you know what I peeped about him too, Kenny K? This is what I peeped about him. Right now, just like you always said, because you peeped it out, he never takes his medication. He don't want to take that psych medication, right? And at the same token, what he's using as a crutch for that psych medication, as you can see when he even talking, we already understand that his IQ is very, very low.
It's low.
His education
is low.
Is subpar. It's very subpar, right?
Mispronunciate words.
Right.
He use words and sentences that don't go with the sentence.
But guess what? And he uses a lot of run-ons, so he can't even focus on the subject matter that's at hand.
Not at all.
But what he does is he crushes himself. I don't know if he's still smoking them Lace joints, because remember when he was on Vlad TV, he tried to say that's how, and I read through that. He was trying to say that's how he tried to fit in with Boobie them at the time. He started smoking Lace.
Then he said he took the bomb from Boobie and them when he was a young nigga, 12 years old. He took the bomb from them niggas, and them young niggas and Boobie and them was copping deuces to him to
you
give
feel
the
me?
bomb
Now
back.
We know that's a fucking
The nigga
lie.
is going fucking crazy. His story keep changing and changing and changing. The nigga said he had 119 people testifying on him. No nigga.
And I said that a long time ago. It's whatever he's saying about a bitch, you gotta put it in reverse. It's his conscience dealing with him.
Yes.
He told on that much motherfucker.
Yes.
Because when he finally got himself and wrapped up in that motherfucking in that motherfucking situation that he was wrapped in, and the bars closed behind him, he understood within himself. When he looked at his stupid ass in the mirror, he understood that he wasn't cut for that Fed life for real. Which I don't think no man should, you know what I'm saying, be conformed to that or be subject to adapt to a prison environment. Like I said, I don't even wish that on my worst.
I don't mean
enemy.
to cut,
You know what I mean?
I don't mean to cut you, Junk, but let me tell you what hurt this nigga every day when he wake up. He know when he wake up and look in the mirror, he know he's a pure D fuck nigga. He
Pussy
know
boy.
he claiming niggas who don't even fuck with him.
That's sad,
He
bro.
knowing his whole legacy is built on other real niggas' sweat, blood, and tears.
But that's why I was saying, that's what I was trying to say. What he do is he crutch it by he always intoxicated and drunk. Because you could tell when he's talking, he can't be sober and be in his right mind because he'll really go crazy. You know what I'm saying? Let alone when he drunk, you know what I'm saying, or high off whatever he on or whatever he trying, you know what I'm saying, to stay sane, he can't function. And sober, we know he can't stay function because the nigga can't stay on topic. Period. Nothing. And really, I be thinking he do a lot of that shit on purpose because his life is evolving around lies. He's a fake person.
You know what he do? You know when you was in school, the nigga in school, when the teacher asks the nigga to read and you know he can't read, he just do some dumb shit.
Yeah,
that's
disturb
who he
the class.
is.
He'll
He
disturb
just
the
go
class.
crazy. You ask him one fucking question.
Right.
He go to talking about everything because he's an ignorant nigga and he expect to think that he gonna lead real niggas gonna follow him. What do you got to offer a nigga? You can't even help yourself. You think right now you running some type of con game that you some type of motherfucking political, you fighting for the rights of niggas in Haiti and all they want is tents? No. You going around begging celebrities to donate and you using the tent money, but
That's
the
crazy.
tent money is really for you.
Right, because he ain't got nothing going on.
He got nothing, he's
He
fucked up.
don't have no skills.
Listen.
He didn't go in the feds and he didn't sharpen himself on nothing because I don't even think he would have been able to understand what it takes for him to readjust to society. And then let me let y'all know, for all y'all, and if you doing it, Camp Capone, y'all supporting that bullshit that he's pushing about, you know, getting tents for niggas in Haiti, listen, that's a goddamn lie. Haiti gonna take care of itself. don't believe the fact that he's trying to make Haiti look like it can't sustain itself. Number one, the real motherfuckers in Haiti know about him, and they ain't buying that bullshit, and he is trying to buy face with Haiti when they just waiting for his stupid ass to bring his dumb ass over there, knowing that he a fake Zopound nigga, and they gonna butcher his ass. They gonna coupe his tête and boule his cock. That's the model for a fake Jake or for an imposter in Haiti. They already know he ain't the real. They know the shit he behind. So he's trying to buy face with people right here in America that don't have no clue about what's going on in Haiti. You put that money in his hand, and he gonna be trying to pay the next bill for him and that cracker whore that he got.
Junk. He trying to buy.
That's what he trying to do.
No fake jury to look the part.
Man,
and you know what, Junk?
It's terrible.
The motor booty nigga talk, just like I told you. Like I said, when Jim Jones used to come on the block in Lil Haiti on 6-0. Right? Chipsy had a little name, but he didn't have no army behind him. All he had was Zopound. So he even admitted to himself when he was beefing with BMF.
Because they thought he was Zopound.
Right. He get on the phone with one of them BMF niggas. The first thing he screamed, "Oh, this Zopound."
Right.
He didn't have no face. He didn't have
He
no
couldn't say he was just Chipsy. He couldn't say I was Chipsy from Kara
He didn't have no team behind him. Zopound at that time was one of the top 3 names that was ringing.
Exactly.
And he used that. And so when he got to the feds, and he already been using that lie Zopound, and he got around these made niggas, instead of this nigga saying, "I'm Chipsy from Kara City, I was affiliated with Zopound at one time, but once they realized I was a snake, they cut me loose. Okay, and now I am the #1 fan. I'm a mascot. And I'm Chipsy from Kara City. Okay, that's it."
And then if they even look at, man, if people are just thinking a little bit, if they just thinking a little bit instead of trying to be fans or bandwagon jumpers, they would just think for a second. Now, we heard of, you know, some of the guys, whether they were just rappers or they was affiliated with the Zopound, we interviewed them. We got interviews from Red Eye. We got, you know what I'm saying, interviews from Mac and Zoe. And everybody is disowning this guy. So why or how could you still believe that this clown ass nigga got anything to do with Zopound?
Easy, John, because once again, we made the mistake when Smack wanted to do a video.
Right.
He was able to come to
and get in the video.
Haiti, get in the video on our shit tree, at our shit.
But nobody ever said he's Chip from Zopound.
Exactly.
None of the homies.
But
he just made a cameo. He was on the video.
He was able to get in them videos, and when the internet first came out, remember,
Zopound
wasn't on the internet.
Right.
So anyone was able to come on the internet and spread lies without it being detested because we wasn't on the internet.
Yeah.
So he was able, because when he did his time in the feds, he studied YouTube. That's why he know every story about Atlanta.
He really did study. You know what? And that's what I really wanted to get to the public too. Kenny K, you gotta understand that this man here is not that smart. But because a lot of other Haitians, you know what I'm saying, throughout America, and he was dealing with some Haitians that believed in him. One of the Haitians being Kirby Toussaint. I keep saying this name. This guy is from New Jersey. However, they met while Chip was locked up because he's not that smart. He stayed at PC for a long time and he couldn't really do what he wanted to do while he was in prison. You're very limited in prison. You got to have somebody in the free world to help you. However, the Kirby Toussaint dude had felt some type of love for him, some type of camaraderie. So the Kirby Toussaint dude was the dude that was pushing all the shit for this guy while he was locked up. He believed in Chip even though he knew Chip was a fraud. I'm telling you, in 2019, I got out in 2017, Kenny K, and the first thing I did was I went into the incorporation because I was on the business side of the state. So after all these years that I did, I wanted to know how the fuck this nigga got his hand in on even fucking with the name Kenny K. So, like I said, I had 1 or 2 conversations with Mac when I got him, my homeboy, right? And even though we had a few disagreements about a lot of other shit, you feel what I'm saying? I went on myself and did my investigation when I went into the Zoe Pound Incorporations, because you gotta understand, Kenny K, for the life of it, from 1995 when we first incorporated all the way up until now, the Zoe Pound name went through several different processes of incorporations, bro, because a lot of shit was going on internally with Zoe Pound. You gotta understand, Most Wanted Records was Zoe Pound artists were under Most Wanted Record at one point, if you look at it business-wise, incorporation-wise. And then later on, after the disagreements with Most Wanted Records, shout out to the Big Kid and Happy that were behind that, Zoe Pound Entertainment was reestablished, bro, by Mac While Mac was in the process of changing the name on paper, he had encountered Ali Ho Adams. He was trying to help Ali Ho Adams. And what happened was, since Ali Ho Adams is such a groupie and such a nosy nigga and such a fraudulent nigga, he understood that Mac was just in the process of reincorporating. Now, at that particular time, he was already on his trickery by fraud shit. As soon as Mac caught his case in 2002, which is the same year Junk caught his case, just at a latter time. At the end of the year, Mac caught his case. What Chip did was he found it cunning or smart for him to start claiming the name, because he understood that Zoe Pound, the business side, / Zoe Pound, the street side, were separated. The street dudes that were classified as the street dudes, they were still out there. But most of the dudes that was on the business side, transitioning into the music, right? Those boys was locked up. So at that particular time, he felt it smart to run out there on the beach, like I said on previous videos, and he started to claim then. He didn't even incorporate it then. He was just claiming it then. Right, Kenny K? Now, because if you look at the incorporation, and we're going to have that paperwork for y'all. If you look at the official document that states that he finally, what they will call, not incorporated, but trademarked the name. If you look at his trademarking for Zoe Pound Entertainment, it is dated 2020. Do y'all understand that? He got the name registered and trademarked in 2020. So when he got locked up in 2007, he was still planning on how he was going to be able to own the name. This is the trick part to this whole thing. Now, while in prison, for protection, for recognition, and all the above, he was claiming the name because that's what he wanted to be for the life of it. So while he was in prison, he claimed the name. He had a lot of people that didn't know the real Zoe Pound, because the real Zoe Pound, for real, and a lot of people from the streets know Zoe Pound kind of ran in secrecy.
And Gangland didn't come out yet.
And Gangland didn't come out till 2008.
So he was able to run that fraud for
a long time. For a long time. So follow. Now, you got to understand, he was claiming the Don Diva, all these different magazines, all these different promo, fraudulent moves he was making while he was locked up. All of that was part of just trying to keep him relevant as some type of Zoe Pound figure. You know what I'm saying? And when he got that guy, Kirby Toussaint, to join him, he was his eyes and ears out here. He was the guy that was more informed on how to corporately structure paperwork. And that guy was able to tell him, hey, look, nobody still trademarked the name. You can still try to trademark the name. That Kirby Toussaint guy. And if he ever was to surface on internet, I'll blast his ass too.